But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Politico, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not they off in mind, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my ego, that man do they talk. He do they talk. Say my ego diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo.
Hello there. Good evening to you. Happy Sunday to you. This is Mayegun live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube,
Share
gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Máyégún máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún diary politico.
So, brethren, I just want to reiterate and confirm to you that indeed Fulanization is real, Islamization is real, but none of this agenda is in the interest of the common man. When you say Fulanization, this agenda of the elite is not that of the poorest of them. So as we speak today, when you talk about Islamization, that too, we can see now that it's just a tool by some criminal element from northern Nigeria, excuse me, to drag the rest of us into the jihadi that they have declared on Nigeria. But some things are coming to light now, and you need to know. You deserve to know.
Lórí YouTube, and yes, we like ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́, and yes, we like ijó ìgbádìyẹ, and yes, we like Presido bá rúfin o.
If you see any northerner, Christian or Muslim, that claim to be Hausa Fulani, and then, go ahead to, or let me say, when you meet one, and they are preaching one Nigeria to you, the following are things you should pay attention to. There is nothing called Hausa Fulani. Take that to the bank. And I'll tell you how they arrived at that, and how much the Hausa communities, the biggest ethnic nationality in the current Nigeria, Hausas, how they ended up being part of the Fulani that they now called Hausa Fulani, that they only use for political leverage. But when you go deep down, there is nothing called Hausa Fulani. Share the broadcast.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Just one more thing as well. If there's any job done by APC, Egbekegbe, by Buhari and his gang of jihadists since they came to power in Nigeria, they have failed. You know that. When you talk about epic fail, the textbook definition of failure, you don't need to look further other than APC, Egbekegbe, but they did something which they did successfully well, and we must acknowledge it. Under APC, Egbekegbe, the ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, for the first time, they went public to express their displeasure, not just displeasure, but their total disdain for so many of themselves across Nigeria. Let me put it this way. Under APC, Egbekegbe, Nigeria became more divided. Nigerians got divided along ethnic, tribal, religious, and class different faces, right? And they did that. They did it to the core of the foundation of that Nigeria. Under APC, Egbekegbe, the Igbos, they became the target. The Igbos became profiled. The Igbos were declared war upon by Nigeria. Yes, which has further pushed them even more away from any negotiation table with Nigeria. All thanks to Buhari and APC, Egbekegbe. APC, Egbekegbe, they were able to make the Yorubas, young and old, to begin to demand for Yoruba nation. Why? Our land came under attack, and they said there is nothing we can do about it. When we rose to defend ourselves, they sent their security men after us while they left our people in the hands of these kidnappers, as you have come to know. So further daily, right, as they ruined and destroyed our economy, destroyed our jobs, destroyed infrastructural development, so to say. I don't know why I'm speaking too fast, but don't worry, I'll manage. They did all of this to prove to us that Nigeria is not for us, and we are not allowed to raise this point at the national level. They say it is against the national security. Cows invaded our lands, and their others with their guns turned our people into games that they can hunt anytime. For the first time in our history as a region in Nigeria, our people have been paying a ransom to terrorists on their own land because Nigeria allowed it. No thanks to APC, Egbekegbe. But do you know the latest? Like I said, there is nothing called Hausa Fulani. Are you with me? It is like saying, oh, Yoruba Fulani, Fulani Igbo, Igbo Hausa. All these are caricature names made out to make you believe that, yeah, Nigeria, who have intermarried, of course, therefore, who have lived in peace for decades. But suddenly, the what do you call it? The host, the supposed host, the Hausas, have now come out to tell us that it is true that you could see, you could see a northerner whose father is a Fulani and his mom an Hausa, and to them, they are family. That's why they believe they have been living together in peace. But they've never lived together in peace. That is just the political, the political picture that they are painting out there. Most especially, as you all agree, Northern Nigeria, no matter what they are going through, they always present just one political front. No, they don't. And that is about, right, to come public. No thanks to APC. I don't know how many of you who have seen, hang on. I don't know how many of you who have seen the BBC Africa documentary, right? I bet some of you have, and if you haven't, you should look for it. I'll tell you what really happened. And in fact, the summary of that documentary, which now gave us the better insight into what is really happening in northern Nigeria, which they have been using for decades to hold the rest of us to ransom, call it ransom, to hold the rest of us to bondage of one Nigeria. Here we go. In northern Nigeria, yeah, the Hausas are the largest. They are like every cosmopolitan, Nigerian that you see in every part of Nigeria, right? They are tolerant. They are accommodating. Enough that, everyone in other part of Nigeria, there is no tribe in the other part of Nigeria that will come out and say, we are having issues with the Hausas. There was never none. Religious tolerance, religious intolerance, and the rest of that, it has never been much of them. But guess what? Northern Nigeria is saddled with religious fanatics, intolerant, terrorists, people who would say, if you don't do what we want, we have every right to kill you. Now, to us in southern part of Nigeria, yeah, it is family business. It is not. You know what has been happening? Yeah. The moment APC, Egbekegbe came in, before they came in, they went to the other part of Africa and they told the Fulanis that they can now come down to Nigeria to help them take over power. If that happened, they would take care of them. You see what you have in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria today, there are different categories of terrorism. The Fulani terrorists have been established that indeed they are terrorists. And guess who they are terrorizing? The Hausas. When you hear about, northern JTF, where you have civilian JTF who, group themselves to go after these terrorists, and the Fulani terrorists killing them. This has been the age-long war between them, according to the Hausas, which is the widely spoken language in northern Nigeria. This is why many of us from southern Nigeria are unable to totally differentiate between Hausas and Fulanis, because they speak Hausas, not Fufude. But whenever they want to unleash their terror and terrorism, yeah, they unleash them on the Hausa communities. They kill them in hundreds. Why? I'll tell you. The Fulanis are, usually mobile. I'm talking about they have a name for them. Yeah, they are nomadic. They are always mobile. They don't have an address, don't have anything. They don't build houses. But in northern Nigeria, yeah, the Hausas, yeah, these are farmers. They grow their food, okay? They rear their cows as well, right? And then, they build houses where they live in towns and all that. But from time immemorial, the Fulanis who managed to get into town, right? And then, meet up an Hausa, either a Hausa girl or so, and then start a family. Some of them who stayed back or maybe even left, they left their children for these Hausa mothers and all that to raise them. Most of these children who grew up today are now those you have, most of them you have in political offices. So they have this confused, confused identity. And this is not trying to make you feel bad, but it's actually the truth, right? Which now contributed to the confusion you have in Nigeria today. So what is that? The allegiance then was that if you have a Fulani father, you are a Fulani. If you have an Hausa mother, then you are an Hausa Fulani. But according to the Hausas, for decades, for centuries, right, they have been forced. I'm talking about to the point of being killed if they rejected the ideas, the teachings, the way of life of the Fulanis. And here is the point. Today in northern Nigeria, those who identified as Fulanis, majorly in minority, but somehow they have political power and economic power. Okay? The Hausas, they are now saying, right, that the victims of terrorism in northern Nigeria have always been them. The perpetrators have always been the Hausas. Okay? I'm sorry, have always been the Fulanis. The Boko Haram, they believe that Boko Haram comprises of Kanuris, majorly who are also Hausas as well. So you see that two types of terrorism up north, right? Now, this latest one, which according to the Fulanis in the north, they saved the Hausas. That it was until the Fulanis came that Hausas never knew how to worship God. I'm not making this up. This is something that you will never see in the mainstream conversation. When you see all of them, Abubakar this, Suleiman that, this or that, telling you that Nigeria, they own Nigeria. No. They are doing that at the national scale because that is like a consensus. But underneath, which is now coming to surface now, it is just like when the Yoruba says we are done. Biafra says they are done, right? And the Hausa, as they say, the Fulanis are saying nothing is going to happen, the whole Nigeria and the rest of that, right? Now it's coming up that the Fulanis are saying they are calling Hausas pigs because Hausas are now calling the Fulanis terrorists who have killed their wives, they have killed their men, they have killed their children, they have raped their women, they have kidnapped them. Fulanis are saying Hausas have also killed their own families too. They've killed their men, they've killed their women, they've burned their houses. Remember, Fulanis don't build houses. Hausas lives in town. That is why you have all those cities in northern Nigeria, but mostly controlled by the Fulani political elite, who gives no damn about whatever happens to the real Hausas. This is something that they will tell you, yeah, you are trying to cause division. No, it's not me. It's not me. There is a documentary that exposed that. And as we speak, northern Nigeria Fulani elite, the jihadists in government, they are running really, really mad. They said they are going to ban the BBC for that documentary. I didn't make this up. It happened there. Fulanis are saying Hausas are idol worshippers until Uthman Danfodio came. I'm talking about 2022 now. Those who you believe that are educated, go on social media right now. Okay? They said Hausas are pigs. That they didn't know God until Fulani came to teach them about God. They called them ungrateful pigs. I didn't make that up. There's a guy called Gimba Kakanda or something on Twitter. Yeah, go and check his go on Twitter and search for Gimba. Yeah, you will see the wordings, you will see his tweet and the rest of that, and then you will know that this whole thing they've been burying for long. The Hausas who have been burying their own, burying their family and all that, they are now crying out. They said, listen, they said, every time they decide to go back and fight, that the soldiers will come and they will stop them. Is that different from the IPOB, who came together to defend their land against this same Fulani invaders? So Igbo land is very far from Niger, from Chad, from all these places. So, but the Fulanis that are killing Hausas in northern Nigeria, underreporting everything, because it's not going to look good to the rest of Nigeria. These are powerful people who hold powerful positions, but they refused to keep their own people safe, because deliberately the jihad that you are witnessing in Yoruba land, the jihad that you are witnessing in Biafra land, the jihad you are seeing everywhere is happening to the Hausa people in northern Nigeria. And guess what they said they are not doing anymore? No, they are not. The population of the Fulanis in northern Nigeria is currently put at 6.2 million. While the population of the Hausas in northern Nigeria currently, which cut across Kanuris and others, right, is over 60 million. So we had. And guess what? The Fulanis are allowed, the Fulani terrorists are allowed, right, to carry the war weapons. And they move all these weapons to every part of Nigeria in the forest. So, the Fulanis who don't grow food, they don't really farm much. I told you, they are always mobile. They are nomad with their cows. They need water. Okay? So, when APC, Egbekegbe, brought them, and they intimidated, rigged Egberejo Lantern out of power, and they took power. Just like Boko Haram abandoned, just like APC, Egbekegbe abandoned all the promises they made to you. All promises cancelled. APC. They disappointed the Fulani they brought. But here is the twist, though. It's not even a twist. Here is another insight. You see, the Fulanis and their cows who are battling the Hausas for their land and their farms, what were they doing? Those ones are from northern Nigeria. Like, they are like from the northern Nigeria, from Borno to Zamfara, from Zamfara to Niger, Niger to Yobe, Yobe to everywhere, Sha. Those ones are not coming down to southern Nigeria. Okay? They are not coming. Their own war is on the people they called the Hausas, who don't want them. And because they don't appreciate them, they are not letting them, be able to water their cows or feed their cows. And climate change is happening everywhere. So they need grass. Only Hausas are farming. So what do? They go to their farm. Same thing in Enugu. Same thing you are experiencing right there in Ogbomoso. Is the same thing the people of Zamfara are experiencing. But the difference is that, you see, when you call it business, it's a family business. It is not family business, right? It is the same terrorism that we are all experiencing. Others are just waking up. And if these people indeed actually wake up, maybe not politically yet, maybe politically too, I don't know. But something is here now. You see, that lie of Hausa Fulani this or that is a pure scam, just as like one Nigeria scam. Scam. Fraud. You cannot make something out of nothing. Here we go. They have killed. They said there is no single day that the people of Zamfara are not burying their dead. Why are the Fulanis killing the Hausas in northern Nigeria? Very simple. In the interview, one, they said their elite, starting from Bokwari, they abandoned them. According to the leader of the Jangebe girls kidnapping ring, he said, look at it this way. In northern Nigeria, right, there is no education. There is no education for Fulani children. Same thing, the Hausas are saying there is no education for our children. They said there is no health care, and they cannot find a place to feed their cows. Ladies and gentlemen, their elite abandoned them. Then, not just them, they also abandoned those that they imported into Nigeria for election. Same way, they abandoned the rest of you, shouting change, shouting next devil back then. Now, that's a picture there to let you know that if you are shouting one Nigeria, oh, well, I hope that Nigeria happened to you very, very soon so that you probably check it out if it is patriotic indeed to lie to yourself, just like you've been lied to all this while. So what have they done? The Fulani said there are some people who are coming to steal their cows too. That why is it that cows doesn't have, the life of a cow doesn't have value to you people? Why? All of you want to eat meat. You love meat. You dey chop here, meat or that. How come the life of a cow doesn't mean anything to you? You don't care for them. They have no place to feed their cows. When it is raining, some of the times they have to carry their cows on their shoulder. To navigate terrible, tough terrains. How can the life of a cow in Nigeria doesn't mean anything to all of you Nigerians? If it doesn't mean anything to you, then your life doesn't mean anything to us. The soldiers will come, they will shoot us, kill us like we are nothing. So Fulani doesn't mean anything to you. You see? Meanwhile, you will see one Jafaru from the same Zamfara texting or tweeting from a refugee camp. The Fulani's own Nigeria. We will continue to rule you. We will control you. We're from refugee camp. Your leader said the reason why they are killing people is because they don't value your life. Your life doesn't mean anything. Therefore, the life of every Nigerian doesn't mean anything to them. Right? It doesn't mean anything to them. Cows. If you kill one cow, we'll kill 2 human beings. If you kill 10 cows, we kill 100 human beings. That's what they said. Why? Because the people who are supposed to provide them land for them to feed their cows, for them to, build schools that their children will attend. These are the people wearing babariga, buying private jets, building themselves palaces, buying hotels, even though hotel is haram in the north, but they own hotels. Sending their children to school abroad, and they themselves getting medical care abroad. The people that were supposed to give them all of that, they don't give a damn, so the responsibility is now on you. You pay with your life. Is that not it? Zamfara is like the graveyard of Nigeria or northern Nigeria. Benue is like the graveyard of the Middle Belt Nigeria. Olu, Imo State, is the graveyard for the eastern Nigeria, where this terrorism is spreading. Trust me, our people are burying our dead across Yoruba land too. Go to Yewa and go to Okeogun, Ayete, Egangan, Ibarapa. We are also feeling this heat as well. As we are counting our losses, so are we burying our dead. In fact, raising money, selling our properties to free our loved ones in the hands of French-speaking guerrilla Fulani terrorists who have also currently invaded our land. We are on our own. The responsibility is on us. War, God bless you, my dear people. War, the most recent of them, where over 100 people were slaughtered by these same terrorists. Graveyard everywhere. Bokwari made this happen. APC, Egbekegbe, brought this. And in northern Nigeria, the terrorists in power, who don't really care about all these killings, they don't give a damn. They talk about them when it is politically, useful. The Hausas are now saying they will kill every Fulani they see. Innocent Fulani children too. I'm not joking, because you know one thing, in northern Nigeria right now, more than 60% of their communities are now under the siege control of these terrorists, the Fulani terrorists, the Boko Haram terrorists, the ISWAP terrorists, and then the government official terrorists. It is hell over there. So they know themselves, whereby there are areas that Nigerian security forces, they don't go to anymore. What do? Once in a while, they will load their weapons into their fighter jet, and then they will just go and survey. Once they do their surveillance, and they can just shoot down any community and say, we neutralized some bandits yesterday. So at the end of the day, it is a banana republic. But there's something that that kind of jotted me. And that is when I was listening to that interview in that documentary, the interview of the terrorists themselves, the one that got money, the one that took 280 school children, girls from Jangebe in Zamfara. He said they demanded for 300 million naira, but they were paid 60 million naira. What did you do with that money? People were complaining of not having water to feed their cows, not having school for their children, and the rest of that. He said they used the money to buy more guns. I said, but why? What do you want? What is all? He said, well, we don't want anything anymore. We just want the government to know that they brought this upon Nigeria and they will help them burn down Nigeria. It is a business, my brother. It's a business. But who in his right mind will go on and take school children and put them in the forest and all of that? I said, well, only he who has no heart, because we don't. And we're going to do this again and again and again. Only Allah can stop us. That's what I said. Then I was sitting down there and I just remembered Owo. As I was watching that documentary, I was remembering Owo. I said, wow. What if they went into Owo that day, all right? And then they just march everybody from that church, 200, 300 of them, and march them into the forest? Would you would you say it's impossible? Would you say that? Of course, it is 100% possible. You know why? Out of every part of Nigeria today, the only people, the only region who is not ready if anything should happen tomorrow are the Yorubas. Unfortunately, some of our own people in Yoruba land prefer to torment themselves, be political thugs with guns, be cultists with guns, killing themselves, aimlessly. All of this does not constitute to us actually being ready for what is waiting for us. I saw the Hausa vigilantes. There is something as well where you would know that sometimes Nigeria is unreal. Yeah. In northern Nigeria, it has gotten to a stage where the Hausas, especially in Zamfara right now, do you know that they've legalized their gun owning in Zamfara because of this mass death? Zamfara, if you are living in Zamfara state right now, you can go out there and buy AK-47 of 100,000 naira. It is that cheap now. Seriously, yes. So people have now managed to form their own vigilantes. They have a name for that, to protect themselves. They are allowed to carry the guns. In eastern Nigeria, the people are not allowed to protect themselves. Rather, the government of Nigeria mobilized artillery, mobilized soldiers to go in there and terrorize the region. Thousands of people have been killed by the Nigerian security forces and their agents in eastern Nigeria as we speak. If they see you with an ordinary pocket knife in eastern Nigeria today, you will be dead. Yes, they will shoot you right there dead because they will accuse you of being an IPOB member. So therefore, in order to further weaken the region and then allow the influx of these terrorists, because they are real. They are real. They are there. So a deliberate state mechanism to weaken you for what is coming to kill you. It is there. We have seen them. They've done it in Ebonyi, done it in Enugu several times. They've done it in Abia. Yes, we've seen them in Anambra as well. Same thing in Yoruba land. When the Yorubas, the young Yorubas arose to this threat, when it started rearing its head, when our people started paying ransom to terrorists, that those who survived them came back and said, these were Fulani terrorists. They were speaking the language that they didn't understand, other than it didn't even sound like Hausa. Some even said they were speaking French. Why would the Fulani, gone terrorist speaking French in the forest of Ogbomosho, collecting ransom in Naira in Nigeria, if we are allowed to protect ourselves? But what I figured out is that when we rose to defend ourselves, it was us, the Yorubas, who first came in defense of Nigeria. Because according to some of these, cowards in Yoruba land, some of these sellouts, or you can call them some of these, what is that guy name from Ilorin again? The guy that sold, Yorubas to the Fulani in Ilorin. Afonja. All these Afonjas in Yoruba land, they said, trying to defend yourselves is a call for war. Therefore, you are not speaking for the Yorubas. My family member, a member of my family, was kidnapped along Ogere. He was kidnapped at Ogere, going to Ibadan from Ijebu. They tortured him. They beat him. They made him walk or trek hundreds of kilometers in the forest for days. And they demanded for 30 million naira. Yes, they did. We didn't have 30 million naira. His father was totally distraught. I mean, he was so distraught, right? The whole family was such in disarray. Us living abroad, we felt the fear, especially when they said they were going to kill him. They will kill him. We are going to kill him tomorrow because we can no longer be taking him up and down anymore. So eventually they settled for 3 million naira. I am from Odo Ogbolu. Odo Ogbolu is under Odo Ogbolu local government area in Ogun State. Is an Ijebu area. I have never been to northern Nigeria. I have never have to interact with anyone from northern Nigeria or do any business with them. So from Ijebu to possible, let's say to Katsina, to Zamfara, to all these places, you will probably have to spend day or 2 days on the road. We are talking about thousands of kilometers away. But yet, because of APC, Egbekegbe, a member of my own family had to pay 3.2 million naira to regain his freedom right there in Ijebu. Not even like he was going to Sokoto or he was going to Kano, he was going to anywhere. So it touched me, even right here too, as we speak. So we saw the Yorubas are for Yoruba for jazz because of what they want to eat, because of what they want to be, because they want to be president. They said that we should keep quiet. That was what they told the Hausas too. You cannot go out there and criticize. Oh. You cannot go out there and say the truth. Oh. You can't go out there and condemn. Oh. People will laugh at us. People will shame us. You know, we are supposed to be one. Anything we are going through, let us all pretend that we are one. We are all northerners. We are all this or that. That is dying now. It is dying. So they what? When the Yorubas rose up, they came for us. They nearly killed Oloye Sunday Igboho. They killed 2 innocent people at Igboho's house. Just in case if you have forgotten them, we haven't forgotten them. They killed them, and they took their bodies away. And Yorubas, because they want Tifnubu to be president in 2023, they hailed Bokwari. And these 2 men, today, their family members, they have not been given the closure. What was their offense? Because they are Yorubas. Because they were at Oloye Sunday Igboho's house. The day they came to kill Igboho, what was Igboho's offense? Did Igboho kidnap anybody? Did Igboho kidnap any Fulani? Did Igboho fight any Fulani? Did Igboho go to Sokoto or Kano to do anything? Of course he didn't. Igboho said, we have seen the victims of these criminals. We have seen what they are capable of doing. If the Yoruba political class want to be like the Hausa political class because of what they are eating, Yorubas will suffer a lot. And many of us will never forgive ourselves. That was what Igboho said. Let us rise up and defend ourselves. Please rise up. Do not let this, they say, shut up your mouth. You are a state actor. You want to cause wahala in Nigeria. Nigeria is one. Fulanis, Yorubas, Hausa, Igbos, we are all one. The same thing they said you should be repeating all the time, which is not true. So if you ask yourself today, why exactly did they want Igboho dead? The Yorubas who supported that. Today, you see Zamfara, that's exactly where Kolu and gang are taking you. But posterity will judge. And then for those Omoluabis, the real Yoruba Omoluabis, it will have to take us, our lives, for them to turn Yoruba land to Zamfara, to, to Katsina, to Kaduna, to all these places that they have been murdering the Christians, Hausas, and then every other indigenous people in northern Nigeria, and telling them to bury it, to cover it up. Yeah? They would have to kill some of us, by the way, before they would turn Yoruba land to that. But if you ask me right now, I would say, of course, they will have to try. It will take them a while. And then, even though we know they won't really succeed, but are we really ready? In Eastern Nigeria, where you have the IPOB, the ESN, and the rest, which the Nigerian system said you should demonize, called them different names, and they tried as much as possible to make them look evil to you. You see, tomorrow, when everybody realizes the truth about what they have lied to you about for long, and everybody is about to take their own position, we, the Yorubas, some said we'll just be diplomatic, we'll be the peacemaker. No. The Fulani terrorists in our different forests right now, they don't see us as peacemakers. They see us as infidels that needed to be taught a better lesson, like they taught the Hausas. They said the Hausas are pigs. They should be grateful to the Fulanis who taught them how to worship God. Now they are telling us that every one of us from southern Nigeria, even if you are a Muslim, you are not a real Muslim. Who told you are a real one? In their book, you are not a real one. One day they are going to have to teach you the Sharia. They have to make sure that they bring you to God. And if you resist or reject it, you will die. That is the mode of operation as we see it today. So when they tell you one Nigeria, sometimes you should see through it. So it's imploding right now. It's currently imploding. All thanks to APC. Now, here is one thing I want to share with you before I do that later this evening. among things that you should pay attention to. They have used this oneness fraud for long. The disarmers in southern Nigeria, the political class and politicians in southern Nigeria, they also collude. So when they say the Nigerian army collude with the terrorists, I want you watching me right now, whether you are from Yoruba land, whether you are from Igbo land, or whether you are from Ijo land or any other land you are from southern Nigeria, you too should begin to know this, that everything happening to us, or what is still going to happen to us, if they happen to us, right, is simply because the political class, the traditional rulers, the elites in southern Nigeria, they collude, they collude, they collude. And if you remember the collusion talked about by Danjuma about the military colluding with the terrorists to give them cover and shield until to prevent them from any kind of arrest or prosecution, you will realize that that didn't go down well. It simply put more people in a refugee camp, it put more people in poverty, and it put a lot of people in their graves. The people who ensured of this at the national level, who gave coverage to terrorists, they are not tired. You remember? They are only who they are because of the division they have brought upon Nigeria. I told you, tribal division, ethnic division, religious division. Now, the religious part of it is already tearing the northern part of Nigeria apart as we speak. How that goes, I don't know. But remember this man, Babashu Lawal, the thief, the honorable grass cutter, that was supposed to be in jail, but is currently a leader trying to fight for the marginalization of the real northerners, the real owners of the northern Nigeria, who thought if they, because they have intermarried and all of that, and they tolerated the terrorism of this Fulani, this Fulani terrorist. They said it. They've intimidated us for too long. They said we shouldn't go to school. They told us this or that, and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Now, they are saying they are inconsequential now. That you are Hausa and you are Christians. You know, they always make you believe that northern Nigeria is an Islamic religion. It is not. But everything is going to come to light as time goes on, right? Because APC, Egbekegbe, is doing a wonderful job to prove to prove those assertions wrong. It is in northern Nigeria that they will dress the same way. To you, anybody put every girl putting on a hijab is a Muslim. Guess what? No, it's not true. There is a mix of culture and religion which has blended so well that to you, when you see those children, when you see every one of them, they are Muslims, this or that. No, they are not. The battle of their life has been the fact that the Fulani, the Fulani fanatics, religious fanatics have been working over time. They have been working over time for decades to Islamize the northern Nigeria. And they have been presenting that picture to you anyway, all this while, but because the Hausas in northern Nigeria decided to play along. And guess what? Playing along has cost them a lot. It's cost them their identity. It has cost them the lives of their own people. It has cost them their own economic survival. It has cost them their lands, and it has cost them so much dignity lost because they associated or identified as Hausa Fulani. Now they are saying no. We are no longer Hausa Fulani, we are Hausas. And this time around, we are going to make sure that we put a boundary and a stop to this. To them, the reasons why the Fulanis are currently protected is because Bokwari is a Fulani man. So they are waiting, just like you are waiting. The Yorubas are waiting. The Igbos are waiting. Yeah, everyone is waiting for that moment when they will say, yeah, if them burn you well, walk our forest again with your guns, and then expect to go or to walk out of it alive as well. For now only 2 or 3 regions, or should I say geopolitical zones, seems to be ready. Us in Yoruba land, we have allowed the Omoales in Yoruba land to blackmail us into believing that we are going to be those to save Nigeria when Nigeria cannot be saved. Therefore, if anything happens to us, we should keep it quiet. We should keep it low-key. Even when they decided, those who brought this division, so much destruction as well, even though they have decided to go all mad, Muslim ticket, whatever you want to do your worst. We are the only ones who are not ready. How many of you saw, what do you call it? The clip of Asari. I'm coming back to Babashir Lawa. Watch this. So there is nowhere in Yoruba land that you will see anyone that would display this type of weapons in Yoruba land right now. You know why? Because all these Lagos Abobakus, these unboot slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, they just want to do Owambe. They just want to enjoy life. And they just want to, what? Wait and die, I believe. And it's so close to you more than you think. When I say we are not ready, Asari self, they show off. Listen, this one, they say na tipo, if war break out in Nigeria tomorrow, now the Yorubas go first be the refugees, except if none of them touch Yoruba land. If any of them touch Yoruba land, you and I, where we go run? Check this.
University device. The shift
No be RPG be that. I'm going to record that thing. I know some of you felt like Asari was just showing off. Me, I'm seeing beyond that. I'm just trying to see beyond Asari's display and see men harmed and then going back. This one is just Asari's group. There's Tom Tompolo. I've been a government Tompolo. I take a Tom. There's a take a Tom. There's a government Tompolo. All these people, they have their own ready-made army with war machines. Even though some of you will be like, why are they not using it to fight? Don't worry. I'm just saying now that in context, the Fulani terrorists, they play with guns. I implore you to go and watch that documentaries, okay? Their children are not being trained to school. In fact, it is so bad that they said, and I mean, if an average Fulani who is trained to hold gun doesn't see anything bad. For example, if they walk into town now and they see food, An average nomadic Fulani is said to believe that he could go there and take the food. So if he takes the food and you go after him and say, hey, stop, don't drop the food, he can bring out the gun and shoot you. Because why are you saying he shouldn't? Why are you saying that he has to pay for it? He wasn't trained. This is how bad, though. They said, since he wasn't trained to buy things, he can take it. He believed that he should take whatever he wants. Now the Fulani warlord, they talk amo. So all of that, they should put it on the government who abandoned them. Now the Abandoned People Association, now them they terrorize Nigeria now. Abandoned People Association of the Northern Nigeria. So they have the weapons. If they say war, they are already fighting the war. They are fighting with fighting with the indigenous people, aren't they? So they have the weapons. Do you want to talk about Boko Haram? These are the people who have the capacity to break into the prison and free their own leaders, and none of them is ever arrested or shot. They have the weapons. So if you all remember the Niger Delta of yore, Niger Delta of old, it no change you. If you go to that same Port Harcourt, go to all those creeks everywhere, despite the fact that they did the amnesty and they handed over their weapons, or more, nobody get deceived though. If it breaks out tomorrow, they can still hold their ground though. Have you seen the ESN volunteers for real? The first time they were shown in public. Have you seen them? Aha. Those ones are also ready. If the whole thing turn red for real, they can hold their ground too. At least they can in Yoruba land. I'm not trying to make us look bad because they said many of us prefer to be diplomatic. Guess what? When that conversation popped up earlier, they said if anything happened in Nigeria today, for example, so what's the Yorubas go do? Yorubas go just say, you know why? They said because Yorubas have a leverage that there is no part of Nigeria, any region in Nigeria today that doesn't have a lot of their people in Yoruba land. They say Yorubas will use that as a leverage and say, wait, so we know the fact they deceive ourselves. I wish the people they killed in a war were able to say, hey, John Tori, please, in the name of John Tori, Baba call me, Joe, Baba call me, Baba, Joe, Baba call me, John Tori, Joe, Famo Ile, Manye. I wish they could do that. That is not how it works. So, Mayogun, what are you saying right now? That Yorubas too should go and buy gun and all of that? Yes, that's what I'm saying. You know why? It is out of a cowardice for any political office holder in Yoruba land as we speak today, if they want to be sincere and honest, there is nothing holding them to go the Zamfara route, not until we become a Zamfara, because that's the journey. That is the journey. In Zamfara today, they have legalized guns. So if they say, make you no go buy guns, can we start with the group they call the Amotekun, Amotonyon, Amotekun, as they say, Amotonron, Amojeku. You see, people give me names and sometimes they just kind of play in my head. Sorry if that sounds kind of crude. It is Sunday Summer, remember? It is a no holds barred segment or session on Mayogun's Diary Political. And I'm sorry if that sounded a little bit hard. Give Amotekun the right, as they have the law that established them, give them the right to carry the better weapons, as they are supposed to be the Yoruba army. Have you thought about that? I know Yorubas just want to do Faji. We just want to do our Owambe every Friday. We just want to drive from Ekiti to Akure to go and party and then return back 4 a.m. in the morning, drunk. Even the driver is drunk, but with the spirit of, we go get home. We go reach house. That's what Yorubas just want to do. marry, marry. They say merry making, make some money, and once you make small money as a Yoruba man, you can go and enjoy it. Marry another wife if you can afford that. Build a house and celebrate it. Call Oshupa and Paso. Let them play opposite each other and abuse themselves. Themselves while you dance. That's what Yoruba man want to enjoy, and that is why it is so painful when you say break up Nigeria, where Lagos Abobakus, who has been dreaming for a day, he himself is going to be a PA, SA to the councillor of his own local government. So he too can enjoy that soft life. He just want to enjoy life. Say, where we did Alaja Ramos' 50th birthday. Oshupa on stage. Oshupa on stage. See how they don't keep people in Abarakpao. They don't keep it. Hey, we thank God for life, Sha. Abi, Oshupa, let's play. Let's take selfie. All of that. That's what they want to do. Is that not what you want to do? So it sounds so kind of hard to take it in.